guys, welcome back to my channel and my marathon journey. This week is week 9 and it's climax week. I'm running 34 kilometers, which is going to be the maximum of the long run that I will do up until the day I run the marathon. Today is day 1. I've just completed 8 kilometers. It was the toughest 8Ks I've done since the training. The weather is terrible. There's wind, gushing wind outside. I knew that it was windy and I could hear the wind blowing through the windows. But I thought, it's 8 kilometers anyway, and I don't want to skip any day during this week, especially because it's the climax week. I'm going to be running the longest run, so I want to make sure that I'm ready for it. So I ran. The wind, I was running and the wind was opposing me. It felt like I was running on a hilly road, although it was the route that I usually run. It was really challenging. At some point I would close my eyes because when the wind is gushing, when it's windy and there's sand coming through your face, really wasn't a nice run, and I just could not wait to finish until I get home. But I'm glad I did it because now I've got a tick on my week this week, so it's exciting times. That's what today had in store for me. Last week I didn't finish week 9 update, so I'll quickly wrap it up today. Last week went as planned, according to the plan. On Tuesday I ran 11.5 kilometers, and then on Wednesday it was rest day. Thursday it was 8.5 run, and then on Friday it was the strength training and Pilates. And Saturday it was the longest run of my plan. I ran 34 kilometers to give me a taste of how the marathon will feel or how it will go. Although I honestly don't think it gave me that indication because number one, I started running at 5:30 with the Virgin Active group, and on the day of the marathon I think I'm only starting at 7 a.m. but I'm starting later than the time I ran last Saturday, so the timing difference didn't give me the true reflection because it might be sunny, and if it's sunny that means it's hot, so the temperature difference will be the issue, but the mileage at least it gave an indication. But again, how I perform on the run, for me, the weather also affects that. So because of the timing difference, I don't know how the temperatures will be. Probably it will be hotter, but because it's Cape Town, I'm hoping that it's not going to be extremely hot, and maybe we might just have a wet weather. I would actually prefer a wet weather than the sun. During the 34 kilometer run, I decided to just run as I would run on the day of the marathon and not worrying about running slow. Just run as I would according to my body. I ran, and I think I did good pace because now I'm starting to learn from the runners that okay, this is a good pace, and my pace was 6 minutes 40 seconds plus. So I think that was a good pace, but I'm sure when it's hot, it would definitely decrease, because if I'm looking at the breakdown towards the end, I think the last 4 kilometers, I did them at 7 minutes plus. So if it's hotter, it might just be that I will do it at 8 minutes, maybe even 9 minutes. Oh, I hope not 9 minutes. It was 30 kilometers with the Virgin Active group. Then I completed the rest of the mileage by myself. Oh, let me tell you something. We were going to start at 5:30, right? And I was late. But I think they left earlier, a minute or two earlier, because I arrived just at 5:30 and there was nobody there. 2 ladies also arrived at the same time as me, and 2 other guys, and they knew the route. We followed through and eventually we found them. At 2 kilometers it clicked with me that I don't know what I did with my car keys. I searched for them on my pockets, there was nothing. I couldn't find them. Then I thought maybe I left the car unlocked. When I got back, the car was locked, no key. I looked around, couldn't find the key. I asked the security guards. I went to the Virgin Active to ask if there's anybody that brought the keys. I also went to Pick and Pay because where we start off, it's in a shopping complex. I asked, but there was nothing. Nobody had seen my car keys. I wondered if maybe my keys are locked in the boot, but I'm like, but how? Because I don't remember opening the boot. Eventually my husband went home to get the spare keys. When I opened the boot, I saw my car keys there and a bottle of water, and I realized, oh yes, I did open the boot because I wanted to put a bottle of frozen water in the boot and not leave it in the car just to keep it cold. But what puzzles me is how was the car locked if I had the keys on the boot? Because what makes sense to me is if I lock the car before opening the boot, then it would mean the boot wouldn't open because I've got the car locked. But if I didn't do that, how did the car lock itself? Because my car doesn't lock itself. So the conclusion is maybe I locked it while I had the boot open and still left the car keys there. How I would do that, I don't know. You know, these are the type of things that happen when you are late, because I wasn't thinking straight. I was rushing. I was worried I'm left behind. You know, all those kind of things. So that was lesson learned. On the day of the marathon, I need to make sure I'm well early to avoid crazy things like this. But okay, the nice thing is the route was shared with us in advance. We knew where to start off, and it wasn't long since they left and we found them on the route. There were 3 water points which helped a lot. There were refreshments. I had some oranges on the route. After the run, it was a busy day. My elder son had a basketball match, so we went straight to the courts to watch him play. And I stayed there for hours. When I arrived back from that, I had to prepare to go to my church leader's house. She had a birthday party, and I came back home after 10 p.m. So there was no rest after that long run. Sunday, I couldn't go to church. I decided to have a chill day, rest. Most of Sunday, I was sleeping. It was a few hours here and there where I was awake, really. I just rested. I needed a rest. My body was tired, although on Saturday, after all the run and doing all the errands, I didn't feel tired, but it came back on Sunday. Luckily, there was still a day where I didn't have to go to work, so at least I got to rest. That's how week 9 went. Longest run in my plan is done, and that is exciting. I feel the day is really looming in. It's coming, it's here, and I'm excited because after this, I'm gonna just give myself a rest for maybe a week or 2, just not running, resting and sleeping in. That was it for week 9, guys. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your people, and subscribe if you haven't. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.